Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here. What I got for you today is a review of a neat new little quadcopter. This is the RC leading RC101C. Now the C in RC101C stands for, yes, you got it, it is a camera nano quadcopter. This is actually the second nano quadcopter that I've seen that has a camera built into it. The first one I've seen was the Cheerson CX10C. And if you look at this closely, this appears to be a clone of the Cheerson CX10C, very close clone. But the difference being, I did an initial flight with this yesterday, and this quadcopter, this particular RC101C, flies much better than a Cheerson CX10C. It is very maneuverable, very fast little quadcopter, surprisingly so, considering the fact that it's carrying a camera. I haven't seen its video yet, so we don't know if the camera is as good as the CX10C. And the CX10C camera is meh. But this one is probably the same. You know, it's a little 0.3 megapixel camera built into it. It has a slot for a microSD card, and there's the slot right there. Unfortunately, it does not come with a microSD card. You have to supply your own. Nor does it come with a card reader so that you can download the video from that. You have to supply your own card reader for this. Unfortunately, that's the reality of this one here. It has also an on-off switch, same as the Cheerson CX10. Also, it has a charging port that you can see here. The battery, as for all nanos, for nearly all nanos, is built into the quadcopter and cannot be replaced. Looking at the transmitter itself, it is your standard little nano quadcopter transmitter. If you push into the throttle yaw stick, you can change the different rates of the quadcopter from intermediate, or beginner, intermediate, and expert. It has 3 rates. And if you press the right control stick, it activates the flip button. You can tell it which direction to flip after pressing by moving left, right, left, right, up, down, and it will flip accordingly. What would be normally the roll trim buttons down here actually are used to activate the camera. If you press this left button, it will take a photo, and if you press this right button, it will start the camera. And always remember to stop the camera before turning off the quadcopter, or you will lose the video file. It will not write to the camera card. Very important. When you start a video, always remember to stop it before turning off the quadcopter. Okay, well, that's it in a nutshell. Let's go into a flight of the RC101C, and let me demonstrate first its camera feature. I'll do a short flight around the field here, and then I want to show you where its real strength lies, and that's in its flying ability. So let's go do that. We'll go over here to a flat surface, relatively flat surface, to start the quadcopter, and turning on the quadcopter and placing it on the ground. Now, this quadcopter does not have headless mode, so I don't care which direction I have it pointed here, nor does it have one key return. Okay, we bind the quadcopter. Now, to start the camera, you press this button here, and you look for let me put it in the shade here, look for a red light to start. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a red light indicating that the camera is recording. And we can start the flight now. And I did a flight with this yesterday, as I mentioned, and it has relatively good range for a nano quadcopter. I'm sending it upwind a bit, and then I'm going to hover it and then do a rotate. Pretty cool, huh? I hope that camera's recording. Sending it up higher. Now, this only has, again, a 0.3 megapixel camera, and the idea being 0.3 megapixel cameras don't take very much power as compared to an HD camera. Okay, I'm going to bring it down now. So you can fly it longer while recording. And I'm going to cut this flight short in the recording here. I'm going to bring it in for a landing. Hello there. Caught it. Okay, I'm turning off the video camera. That was to demonstrate its video camera, and the video stopped. Now I want to show how this thing flies. That's where its strength is. Let's toss it in the air. Give it a toss. Okay, again, this is beginner rate. Let me bring it in here and do some funnels with it in beginner's rate. Go upwind a bit. That's its yaw rate in funnels. Now let's go to expert, or intermediate. The yaw rate increases dramatically. This is intermediate. Let's go back upwind again. Go to expert. And it's pretty darn fast at expert. How about its flipping ability? Going back to beginner. Now it can fight a wind even in beginner. Got a bit of a wind, but let's activate the flip button. Activate the flip button. It's good flipper. How about going to intermediate so I can get some speed? I want to show you the speed of this thing. We'll go in intermediate first. Full forward pitch. Coming back. Now this time let's go to expert. Look at the speed. Back to beginner so I can control it. You don't want to go back and forth between beginner and expert because it becomes kind of hard to control at expert. Going way upwind here, turning. Well, that was intermediate, sorry. Yeah, you get the idea. This is a fast little quad. Comparable to the FQ777. Actually, its range is pretty darn good too. Okay, let's activate that camera one more time. Let's take it upwind a bit. See if I got any more power for a camera flight. Camera's recording. Oh, no, that was it. That was the power. That's the flight time you get on this thing. Particularly, keep in mind I was recording video. If you don't record video, you can increase the flight time quite a bit. But all in all, comparing this to the CX-10C, I think this is a better flyer, a much better flyer actually, a better quadcopter overall. I haven't seen the video from this yet, but if the video is comparable to the CX-10C, I would prefer this one over the CX-10C. Particularly for its flying ability. So I hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101, signing out.